Is Poverty Dignified Inc. stock a buy? We have to really apologize that the last video we made a few hours ago concerning this stock didn't have any audio, so we are rebooting and we are making another video concerning that. So Poverty Dignified closed for the session of 22nd of February 2021 at $0.104, up 22.07%, and it had 97.0 million shares, about the average, and they had the 52-week trigger as well. The price reaching a 52-week high of $0.11. This exceeds the previous high of 0.10 by 0.01, and it is 108,900% above the 52-week low of 0.00, and it has a market cap of $193.4 million, 2.27 billion shares outstanding, and we can see that Poverty Dignified is a renewable energy company incubating microgrid solar technologies to establish electrification, education, connectivity, and retail service infrastructures that meet the needs of poverty-stricken communities across the globe. It operates a renewable energy company incubating micro franchise business concepts. So technically, before we go ahead, we have this few notes written on stockinvest.us. It says that the stock is definitely quite a volatile one. It says since the short-term average is above, begin here. Stock holds a sell signal from the short-term moving average. At the same time, however, there's a buy signal from the long-term average. Since the short-term average is above the long-term average, there's a general buy signal in the stock, giving a positive forecast for the stock. On further gains, the stock will meet resistance from the short-term moving average at approximately $0.08, which is at the price it closed at on the 19th of February 2021. On a fall, the stock will find some support from the long-term average at approximately 0.03. So we'll come to that figure. That the 0.0306 is an interesting figure. It's probably we don't have that figure. We don't have any reference to that figure as such in our own analysis. We will just leave that and come back here and see what's available, what we normally digest when it comes to stocks. So it appears to be in a strong bullish trend, no doubt about that. Its 200-day moving average is upward sloping. The MACD histogram is above zero. Comparative relative strength analysis shows that it is outperforming the S&P 500 index. The momentum for Poverty Dignified is strongly bullish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is above 80. Yes, you can see that it's above 80. It's the level which many analysts call overbought. This means that investors have been actively purchasing shares and driving the price higher. Today's volume was heavier than usual, trading 96.957 million shares versus an average of 76.2 million shares per day during the last 12 months. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. You can see that. Yes, it's bullish, and the slope is definitely positive. So the Bollinger Bands are presently wider than usual as a result of greater than normal volatility that accompanied the recent price move. Events such as this may precede a pause or reversal in the near-term trend. So we can clearly see that also that the MACD is above the signal line. It's also since it crossed over that signal line. It was a very long time ago. It was right at the end of last month, so it has since remained bullish, and definitely the slow stochastic oscillator is also rising as well. It's indicating um, for many analysts it's a buy signal, but at the same time as well you can see this, it has moved so far away from its closest trend line in this case, which will be the 10-day trend line. It's currently trading at 0.01 0.104, whereas that 10-day trend line is trading at 0.08. So in the short term, definitely it is not a buy, but in the long term, according to that piece we read earlier on, it might be a buy. It's based on the fact that it has to be probably based on the fundamentals. This is it's the stock you would expect to grow and all that stuff. So the long-term trend line is still very nascent. Still very. It hasn't seen a lot as such. It's yet to cover up. It's yet to experience what has occurred already and what has continued to occur, simply because it's a lagging indicator. It's a lagging trend line, so it may tend to indicate that the prospects are there, whereas it's not always the picture. You really can't rely on that trend line, because it's nothing. What it's going to portray may not really be that useful, unless we have a very so many sessions of consolidation and sideways movement. Then it might become relevant. But for now, since the stock is highly volatile, it makes a lot of sense to disregard what it's pointing out, or what it's indicating. It's definitely the short-term trend lines, because it's living right on the edge. It's a highly volatile stock, so technically we definitely wouldn't recommend anybody to buy it. But at the same time as well, this is a penny stock. It is cheap. It's the company is doing its best to stand out. Doing things for the community and all that stuff. Socially responsible and all that stuff. So it's hitting the right notes. It's in the renewable energy space, also acquiring other companies, demonstrating that it's also it's financially capable, and at the same time attracting interest from market participants. All those things, joining together to make the stock a buy. So technically it's not a buy, because right now has escaped and it's highly volatile. I mean, the last time it ever, the last time probably had support from its 10-day trend line would be sometime in exactly late February, about a month ago. Okay, so but it has never really in a long time really traded below, penetrated that 10-day trend line. So so it doesn't have that history of doing so. But regardless, it has also continued to move on and on and on. So if you're going to buy it because it's still cheap at the moment, and also buy it for the long term, for the fundamental reasons, and or sentimental reasons. Indeed, it has been able in its demonstrating. So that's why I would say you should buy it. But and as always, if you're going to buy it, it's with a small amount of money, nothing you can't afford to lose. But as we indicated, we made a video earlier on, and what we were pointing out in that video is that if we try to determine various extension levels and retracement levels, then we used a price of $0.083. This is a price that occurred This is the last trading price on the 19th of February, and then the price on the 8th of February is $0.052. So you may not notice, but this is a range of 10 trading sessions. As such, the difference between that February 19th price and the February 8th price will indicate what the momentum is, and the momentum easily, you can imagine, is positive. So we plotted and determined the extension levels based on the momentum in this particular case. So we did not use the price you are looking at right now, which is 0.0104. We used the price of about 0.083 as well, the same February 19th price. So the extension level for 61.8% is 0.0123. So it's not far away from where it is now. Let's see if we can find 0.0123. Okay, we're not close to that yet. So the next extension level is also way beyond, not in this chart. This graph can't accommodate, it hasn't extended yet to that level, so we can't see $0.125. Then retracement levels will be the 23.6% retracement level is at 0.084. Yes, that's what we determine it as. Then 38.2% retracement level will be at 0.079. That's somewhere here, 0.079. Then the 50% retracement level is at 0.076, exactly 0.076. So all in all, if you want to buy, by all means do so. It's with a small amount of money, and see how it goes from there on. Okay, very sorry again that the first video we made was not audible enough. There was no audio at all on it. Okay, so if you're new to this channel, subscribe, like, and share. If you're already a subscriber, thank you very, very much for helping us get this subscriber count past 1,000 and growing. And we also noticed that we had over 8,000 unique viewers of our videos in this last week alone. If all those people click that subscribe button, we'll definitely be talking about a subscriber count that is close to 10,000. So thank you very much again. Subscribe, like. Thank you very much again.